Alright, what's up guys? Another new day of Chrono Trigger LPing. And we just finished the Imp and his little minions, and now we move on to this big old pile of rocks. One thing to note is these guys are awesome, and you'll see why in a minute. He's a little piece of rubble. Makes it so you really can't do anything except for just pound away at him. And wow, I think we got a little lucky there. He's got a amount of health, but the thing is, he's got really high accuracy. We might actually kill him, and you have a certain amount, you have basically a set amount of time to beat him up. And you just want to pray for crits, because crits always hit. They have a 100% hit chance when they proc. But, as you see, we're going to miss a lot against these guys, and hopefully we should be killing them soon. There we go. And you'll see why this guy's awesome. 1000 XP, 100 tech points. That's a lot. I'm just gonna kind of wander around here, try to open up some chests. And there's a fair amount of items in this area. A fair amount of decent items too at that, which is very helpful, as we will need them because we will fight what I would consider as one of the hardest boss fights in the game. Though I do have a pretty decent strategy for him that I have used for many years with much success, I must say. And I'll explain that then. But this should actually be a pretty short segment, as it's really not really that far from the next boss fight. Not only is he like one of the hardest boss fights, he's also one of my favorites. So we don't want to move on quite yet. We want to get this chest down here. And I just saw another little rubble guy. Oops. Oh, fighting. I guess we'll fight some people. Excuse me. I don't know if that picked up or not. I accidentally punched my mic. I tend to do that a lot. But it looks like Chrono making good use of his Rage Band, as it is definitely a useful item to have. I wish I could pick it up sooner, because I mean you can pick it up pretty quickly. You don't even have to fight Crawley, because the chest is like literally right before Crawley. And I want to get over to the other side. There it is. Here we got a little rubble that we can fight. Get some sweet tech, which is what we always could use. Excuse me. Oh. Man, my throat's killing me today. And today's definitely a good day for me. I've been pretty busy so far this week, including the weekend. But today I saw some amazing news that my true inspiration for doing this, my Glad, is back. He's back in action. Well, soon to be back in action, but he did post up that he will be starting to LP again, which is always awesome, because, I mean, it's probably my favorite LPer, and it's always good to see that he's back, because it was pretty disappointing that, like, right as I started this, he kind of quit, which is always a shame, but his life, his choice. And it's always good to see him back, though. Ooh, a load helm. What's a load? Let's see, we'll give her the load helm. She always needs more armor. Yeah, that works. And we'll move on to the next little screen. Alright, climb up that chain, let's wander around. Ooh, a little piece of rubble. That's always nice. And we'll just see if we can get some more tech, because we saw that Chrono got his attack Confusion, which is awesome that he got, because wow, we got really lucky on that fight. Oh, never mind, still got one more hit to go. But Confuse is misleading. It doesn't cast Confuse on enemies. It's actually twice as good as Spiral Cut, which Spiral Cut is a double damage attack, and Confuse is a 4 times attack. While with Spin Cut all the damage is stacked on, with Confuse it just hits 4 separate times, but I mean it's the same effect. I haven't seen one of these little guys in a while. I mean, this game like pretty much any other game does reuse all their enemies with new palettes. But those are the cooler little enemies, little gremlins or gargoyles in this case. Ooh, actually kind of Oops. I don't need to save, but I do need to use a shelter. I'm actually quite low on MP. Because we will need it in the future. Let's explore this a little bit and try to get some chests. I don't know. Let's see if we can figure out how to get this chest. I don't think it's too difficult. Oh. Alright, just make sure there's nothing else to grab. And I feel like we're gonna get into a fight. Yeah. A little too predictable. Squaresoft. Too predictable. Oh, back in the days when it was just Squaresoft. I guess old Enix was around, but I've never really been an Enix fan though. I've never really given their what are they called, the Symphony series. Never given them or I think it's called the Tales. One of them was Tales of Symphony. I've never really given those games a good chance. Maybe I will one day. I don't know. But honestly, this might be one of my few RPG LPs, as I do find that RPGs might not always be the best LP material. Sometimes it can get a little stale, but I don't know. I've loved this game, and I try to do the best I can to keep it going, keep it flowing. Try to cut out all the boring stuff, because I mean, no one wants to watch boring stuff. Vanilla Coke is delicious, if you've never known that. Just letting you know. I'll take those stupid little imps. Got a nice little crit. As long as we can pick up the ruby knife, I really don't care about anything else in this area. Well, the ruby knife is something we could... Alright, I'm just gonna cut now in this to show where all the chests are on the screen. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Alright, right below where we made that cut, there's a nice little barrier. And I think it's the last thing to the next screen, but I'm pretty sure I'm missing a chest. Alright, I had to backtrack a lot to this one. Right before the save point, or right after the save point, you go east instead of west like I did. And there's a rubble, and there's a load vest and a barrier. Which I believe... I don't know who's gonna get that load vest. Probably Chrono, because everyone else has pretty optimal armor. He's still pretty outdated with... I forgot what he has, but I haven't upgraded in a while. Hopefully we can beat this rubble, because Chrono's actually pretty close to getting his final tech, and this fight, if we get the tech, we'll have Marla get her final ability, which is Life 2, with full res, which is always awesome. Yep. We should be getting Life 2 now. Awesome. Chrono's like 300 away from getting, he's about 300 away from getting, his Luminaire, which is his ultimate ability. Yeah, everyone looks like they're pretty well equipped. And I'm going to continue to explore a little more. Oh, sweet. Alright, let's get around this fight, and we'll open the chest. Alright, let's see what's in this chest, and then we'll move on to the next screen. Barrier, alright. Oh, moving on to the next screen. Yeah, we're moving on to the next screen, if I remember where it was. Oh crap, where is it? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Alright, let's see what we got. One of those stupid guys. Is this where the ruby knife is? Oh, blast. That looks like a lot of guys. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't really know what a man-eater does. Which actually is kind of a weird statement. I know what a typical man-eater does, but I don't know what this one's gonna do. He's gonna cast Blizzard Chaos. It's really weird. He's gonna crap out as well. That's some really nasty looking diarrhea, I have to say. Oh, she does have Chaos. Oh well. She's pretty weak anyways. And I do believe Chaos does lower your accuracy, which is why she missed. It's pretty uncommon to see a character miss. Well, techs generally have 100% hit chance. But you know what I mean. Hey, look, another rubble. That's what really helped us get our final techs going. Because Alia is a pretty late coming party member, so she's a little behind in her techs. So she she's still not. She's still got one more, or she's still got 2 techs to go. Marlo's done. Chrono's like, I think at this point he's got to be like 200 away, and then Alia's like a couple hundred away from getting her very last tech, or her second to last tech. Ah, screw this. I'm just gonna cast lightning too. And she's okay. She has tailspin, but I've never really understood how tailspin works. We'll just punch these man-eaters. Hopefully that will take care of them. Oh man, my throat's killing me. But I mean, that's pretty standard for me though. Typical LP, Wolfie's having bad allergies and throat is hurting. No penis jokes, please. Blast. I want. Maybe I already did get that ruby knife. Just too stupid to notice. I don't know. It wouldn't be that surprising. There's still gotta be like one more chest around here. Oh, maybe that's the ruby knife. I feel like there's probably not many more items in this area. Cause I don't remember what the ruby knife does. I just remember there's one in here. Cause I looked at the guide. I mean, I'm psychic. I'm sorry, I have to look at the guides because I like to know when. Sometimes I forget exactly when the boss fight's coming. And I want to be prepared for those because it's kind of awkward when I do those weird cuts. Come on, ruby knife. Oh. And I want to make sure I get those cuts right, where the next boss fight's gonna be, because it's kind of awkward when I like cut off because like, oh frick, there's a boss fight right now. I didn't even remember it. Typical Wolfie. Forgetting boss fights. And then I have to go and look up numbers on the boss fight. Like, I want to make sure, like, I guess you probably have noticed, like, these aren't very informative walkthroughs until the boss fights trigger up, and then I get all serious mode about it and try to talk strategy. Until then, it's just kind of me rambling until I get to the next boss fight. Trying to get everything done while rambling. Oh, sweet. Take advantage of that. Because I think this might actually be the boss fight, speaking of randomly running into a boss fight. So yeah, cut off here, and later if this actually is. Haha, it's not. Sweet. Ooh, time hat. Oh wait, no, I don't want a time hat. I don't really care about time hats. What I really want is a haste helm. Is the ruby knife? Ah, where's that ruby knife I always hear about? Ooh. Ooh, good eye, Wolfie. Good eye. Oh, I forgot to use my speed tab. You should be maxed out now. Let's check real fast, see if he's maxed out. Yes, his speed is maxed to the max. Alright, now we will be going to the boss fight, I think. I'll make a cut if there is. Yes, boss fight time. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Because that was actually a pretty short one. Sorry about that.